in-depth weather, and more. It's Terry Henne and his Farm Show on 100.5 and 790 News Radio WSGW and online WSGW.com.
A mostly cloudy good morning to you. I hope your day's going well for you, wherever you might be. Having a pretty good day out there. Not a whole lot to worry about as far as the weather is concerned. We're actually seeing quite a bit of lawn out there, bare soil. The ditches are running about half full in many of our rural communities. Quite a bit of precipitation when you take a look at Friday into early Saturday morning. A little bit overnight and early this morning, but we're not totally out of the woods yet when it comes to snow. Matter of fact, well over into Huron County, we are still looking at some snow showers, snow flurry activity, and across the extreme northeastern part of the Lower Peninsula, we still are looking at some snow up there. They've had a little bit over the past few hours, the system moving off to the east. As I said, mostly cloudy, 35 degrees at the airport. It is 36 here at Radio Center. Downtown Midland is at 34. Downtown Bay City coming in at 35 degrees. East breeze, 16 miles per hour, 30.11 and falling is the barometric pressure, not falling off all that much. And as you can tell with the barometer over the 30 point, it means that the low pressure system that's been affecting our weather so far overnight and early this morning is a relatively weak low pressure, and it's moving quite rapidly. It moves through the Ohio River Basin. It's now situated over Pennsylvania, and we're going to see the backlash of that eventually as we go through the afternoon. The winds are going to change from the east, gusting up to 25 miles per hour to the northeast. And then we'll see an increase in that wind speed of right around 30 miles per hour. Our high temperature, pretty close to where we are right now, looking for a low tonight of 28. So it'll get a little bit cooler than what it has been. Again, snow showers will be around. Don't be surprised if you see an inch or two on the ground late tonight and early tomorrow morning, but it's not really going to be a major problem. It's just the wind chill. Wind chill is with that northeast wind gusting to 30 miles per hour. It's going to feel a lot more like the mid to high teens as we go through the evening hours. And then tomorrow, high pressure is going to be taking over. That high is north of the Dakotas up in Canada. So you'll know when that takes over because the skies will clear off and we'll see a north breeze about 10, 15 miles per hour. And we'll see some wind gusts of low to mid 20s as we go through the day tomorrow. But again, more in the way of sun, 38 degrees for a high tomorrow, 21 for a low tomorrow night. Then on Wednesday, we're still going to be looking at sun, still going to be a little bit on the cool side. We'll actually be below normal, especially as we go into Wednesday, 34 for a high, 23 for a low. We should be at 38 for a high this time of the year and 23 for a low normally at night. A lot of you still wondering what happened on Friday. The further south that you get, obviously, the more snow. And you didn't have to go too much further south than southern Saginaw County, southern Tuscola County to really begin to see that snow pile up. And there's still a little bit of snow out there. The Ann Arbor area this morning is still reporting about 5 inches of snow on the ground. Officially at MBS International, 3 inches of snow on the ground. You take a look at Auburn, get a little bit more there. Right now, they say 6 inches of snow. Huron County, Bad Axe still has about 5 inches on the ground. Port Austin, only a couple. Looking at Tuscola County, Cass City, right now still has 5 inches on the ground. Carroll has 3. The Vassar area reporting no snow on the ground at all. Then you move a little bit further south, Lexington and Sanilac County, 6 inches on the ground. Lapeer still has 4 inches. And we're talking even through yesterday, where we saw temperatures close to 50 degrees at a number of locations, especially in southern Michigan. Ann Arbor, as we said, has 4. Saline has 4. Chelsea says they still have about 3 inches of snow on the ground. And then you move a little bit further north where they did pick up a little bit more in the way of snow. Alpena right now has 9. Houghton Lake says they have 9 inches. East Jordan has just under a foot. Gaylord has a foot. Looking at the Standish area, still 4 inches. Traverse City has 6. West Branch looking at 6 inches of snow. That just kind of gives you an idea of where this snow is and what happened. When you take a look at the moisture content of the precipitation, so we're talking whether it was rain or snow or a mix. For many of you that said, what happened? We only got 2, maybe even an inch. That was it. Yeah, but you got quite a bit of moisture. Over Friday and into early Saturday morning, we picked up on average about 4 to 45 hundredths of an inch of water equivalent precipitation. What does that calculate out to? Well, pretty close to 9 inches, 8 to 9 inches of snow if it was all snow. The reason why we didn't get all of that snow, especially in the Great Lakes Bay area, is the temperatures. Temperatures held up above the freezing mark, not by much, but held up above. And then you got that heavy, strong east and northeast winds blowing off of Lake Huron and off of Saginaw Bay. The water is wide open. The temperatures out there probably 33, in some cases 34 degrees. So all of those factors went into the mix, and that's why we picked up what we picked up on your back porch. What are we looking at this week? We're looking at another system that will be affecting our weather. The West Coast continues to get railed with one system right after another. One will be moving in about the middle of this week. It'll give those folks a whole lot more in the way of snow. Utah is 170% above normal when it comes to snow so far this year. And in southern Oregon, where they might pick up a couple inches here and there, yesterday alone, they picked up 7 inches of snow. That system is going to be moving in on land, and it will be crossing the continental United States. And right now it looks as though that system, or I think the system behind that, is the one that's going to affect our weather on Friday of this week. But when you take a look at the long range for temperatures coming up on Friday, we're looking for 36, 37 degrees for a high on Friday, and 28 to 30 degrees for a low on Friday night. Thursday, with cloudy skies, we're looking at the middle 30s. And then on Thursday night, when we begin to see some moisture, we're going to be looking at a temperature of right around the freezing mark. The best chance of snow on Thursday night will be after midnight. So kind of keep that in mind if you're going to be doing some traveling toward the tail end of the week. Incidentally, today and tomorrow, when you put those 2 days together, March the 6th and March the 7th, in 1971, we picked up over 13 and a quarter inches of snow. And we broke records on both dates, March the 6th and March the 7th, back in 1971. Incidentally, a year ago today, we had a major system affecting our weather. It wasn't in the form of rain or snow. We did get some precipitation, but we reported southwest winds gusting to 66 miles per hour at MBS International last year on this date. We did have a very windy winter season a year ago. We've had our share of winds so far this year, but nothing like we experienced last year. More on the weather as we go through the broadcast. Cody Harris standing by over at Star of the West. We'll get the latest from him in just a moment. But before we do all of that, we want to remind you the weather forecast brought to you by the folks at Nutrien Ag Solutions.
Nutrien Ag Solutions has the local expertise to recommend the corn, soybean, and other seed products that are the best fit for your field. Plus, unparalleled agronomic support with products and services to unlock yield potential and improve crop performance from planting to harvest. Ask about our financing options to help you get more from every acre and lead the field. Visit your local Nutrien Ag Solutions branch or go to nutrienagsolutions.com.
Say, do you want to unlock the secret to higher yields? If you're applying dry fertilizer, the key to better yield potential is Titan XC. Titan XC is a fertilizer biocatalyst that unlocks and releases the bound up nutrients in granular fertilizer, promoting better root uptake and plant growth. Drive performance this season and beyond. Release more nutrition. Expect better results with Titan XC. For more information, visit lpi.ag/unlock or contact your Nutrient Ag Solutions crop consultant today. Farm Service brought to you today by the Corn Marketing Board here of Michigan, the Corn Promotion Committee. And they invite you tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock or a little bit before to join us with Coffee with Corn. Our guest tomorrow is going to be the president and CEO of Country Mark. His name is Matt Smorch, and he's going to be talking about all of this conversation about electric vehicles and diesel supply. Very interesting program. Again, that's coming up tomorrow morning beginning at 8 o'clock on Coffee with Corn. We say good morning to Cody Harris. Cody, had a nice weekend, did you?
Yeah, overall weather was pretty good, and the weekend was definitely better than expected for sure, Terry.
Yeah, a little bit of a dig out where you live, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah, it's been a couple hours in the morning doing a little shoveling, but like you said, a couple hours later, I probably should have just stayed inside because it was all melted away.
Isn't that something? So what are we looking at as far as the markets go to start off the week?
Well, we're getting beat up a little bit on the wheat side of things, and corn's kind of following that down, but actually soybeans are a bright spot here this morning as they're up over 10 cents here today. Looking at everything the way it sits right now, I'm going to say cash wheat, that's down 11. 648 on the white, 598 on the red. New crop wheat, that's also down 11, 681 on the white, 631 on the red. Cash corn, that's down 2 at 583. New crop corn, that's also down 2 at 509. And then looking over at soybeans, cash soybeans, they're up 13 at 1462. And new crop soybeans, well, I'm going to call those up 8 at 1316.
Well, nice to see the soys, but why are we getting beat up on the wheat?
Well, that's kind of the question of the day. I mean, right now we have Paris milling wheat futures over there in Europe. They gapped lower this morning, and it seemed like wheat ever since and kind of kept following them. They kind of dive into that. Russia's total dominance in kind of that world wheat export market's really pulling that market down. Also, you're getting a lot of better weather over in France and Italy, which has been in the drought for probably last year and a half over there. They're expecting some really nice rains in the extended forecast, so that's going to benefit that wheat crop over there. But kind of the weird spot is, if we heard kind of this morning over the weekend that Turkey released that they're underway to renew some talks about the Black Sea Grain Initiative that ends March 18th. So currently they're talking about that program. I'm sure that we're going to see some the market react to each rumor that kind of gets let out from those talks. So I think right now we're just seeing a little kind of good news, it seems like, in the wheat market, really kind of pressuring that wheat market here this morning, Terry.
All righty. Cody, you have a great day. We'll talk to you again, okay?
Yep, that sounds good.
All right. Cody Harris over at Star of the West. A little bit more in depth. Doug Klein from Oppenheimer joining me. The Market Report brought to you by Schaefer and Beerline. If you're ready to upgrade a new Ram truck for your family farm, now's the time to do it. New Ram 1525 or 3500s are orderable right now at Schaefer and Beerline in Frankenmuth, the Great Lakes Bay Area's certified ag dealer. You can buy with confidence from Schaefer and Beerline since 1852, where family and service sells cars. And by Thumbbank, serving the needs of farmers for well over 125 years. 2 locations in Bay City, Cass City, Caseville, Pigeon, Bad Axe, and Marlette. Thumbbank, where relationships are built on trust. Morning, Doug.
Good morning.
What are we looking at now?
Well, we had a good thing going on natural gas as far as it was moving up for a while there, but the bears kicked in and now they're running down about 11% today. So that's your biggest mover. It seems like the CEO of Occidental Petroleum chimed in and said natural gas is going to go down for a long time. I don't know who paid for his lunch ticket on that one, but usually that's the case. Other than that, not a whole lot. Not a whole lot of movement. Just another Monday. Here's your numbers. The May corn 637 down 2 3/4. December corn 569 down 2. May soybeans 1531 1/4 up 12 1/2. November soybeans 1379 1/2 up 6 1/2. The May wheat is 696 1/2 down 12 1/4. And December wheat 732 1/4 down 11 1/4. Crude oil 79.75, up 7 cents. Heating oils 284.65, down 6.5 cents. Gasoline 275.65, that's up 6 tenths of a penny. But natural gas is 276.5, that's down 37.5 cents. Over to currencies, Canadian dollar, U.S. dollar buys $1.3613 Canadian, that's up 20 ticks. Now the dollar buys 135.93 yen, that's up 7 ticks. The euro's at 106.87, that's up 55 ticks. And the dollar's at 104.26, down 25 ticks. Gold's at 1855.70, up $1.10. Silver's at 21.12, up 2.5 cents. Platinum's at 979.60. It's up 20 cents.
Snoozer.
Like I said, it's a bit of a snoozer.
I guess. You have a great day.
Okay, thanks.
Talk to you again. Doug Klein over at Oppenheimer. Let's slide over to Bay Landscaping and Garden Center in Essexville. Jerry Samalski joining us right now. Jerry, what should we be looking at right now? A little bit of repair from heavier snow, maybe?
Yeah, that might not be so bad. But, speaking of repair, I think you're right on track. When do you buy a snowblower? The day it snows. So when do you get your lawnmower repaired and ready to go? The day you want to use it. No, let's get out. Let's take a look at those lawnmowers and get them ready. Even though we haven't pulled them out, we don't need them yet. We should start thinking about that and getting them going, because after all, when we go to start it, it doesn't start. The blade's dull. It needs to be cleaned up, and the fuel's gotten thick, and it's no good. Let's get out there and look at our lawnmowers.
Good suggestion. Jerry, talk to you again. Take care.
All righty.
All righty. Jerry Samalski, Bay Landscaping and Garden Center in Essexville. Let's slide over and get a little legal advice right now, and also a heads up as far as a seminar coming up. Attorney Jerry Reif joining me right now this morning. Jerry, you got a date and a location in mind right now?
Oh, yes. It's already in the paperwork. Let's put it that way. It's how to protect your stuff in 3 easy steps. It's on March 16th. That's a Thursday. It's next week. And actually, it'll be daylight savings time by that time. Just a little heads up. And it's at 3262 Cabaret Trail, which is a Capocco credit union, just off of Bay and just south of McCarty. So we're going to talk about estate planning and how do you protect your stuff from the government and from long-term care, different trusts and everything. We're offering a free consultation if you come to the seminar, because there's a lot of questions and answers that maybe you didn't think of, or whoever's attending, but somebody else did. So there's a benefit of the group dynamic, and we get to talk about living wills and people talking about them, powers of attorney. But it's going to be at the Capocco Credit Union. They have a nice room there and everything.
And again, that's March the 16th, right?
March the 16th. It's Thursday, and it's at 2 o'clock.
All right. Jerry, thanks a lot. We'll mark it down on the calendar. You take care, all right?
Take care.
All righty. Jerry Samalski. We'll be right back.
The revolutionary, patented design of New Holland Tiger Points helps optimize soil health by lifting, twisting, and rolling compacted soil in both wet and dry conditions. Available at Ellen's Equipment in McBain, Ithaca, and Beale City, New Holland Tiger Points maximize water and root infiltration, minimize runoff and soil erosion, and increase subsoil moisture for greater yield and profit potential. For more information, visit Ellen's Equipment today.
Over to Yo and Yo we go right now. We have Eric Sawatsky joining me. I'm getting all these names all mixed up, Eric. That was Jerry Reif that I just got done talking with. But, kind of something when we talk about taxes that we probably should clarify a little bit. What's legal? What's legit? What can you do? Some folks like to donate stuff to charity. How does that work, and does it work?
Yeah, specifically, Terry, I wanted to touch on businesses that want to donate inventory to charity. If they have excess inventory or just for some reason wanted to make a donation of inventory to a charity, that is allowed. There are some specific rules to be aware of with that. One is you are only able to deduct the lower of your cost in purchasing that inventory or market value, whichever is less. So it isn't the same as donating a stock that appreciated in value. You can't take that market value if it's more than your cost. So that's one thing to keep in mind. The other is if you're a business and you don't typically track inventory on your books, you're probably a cash basis and you're only expensing things as you purchase them. You can't take a deduction for donating inventory if that's the case. So there are specific rules, but it is a possibility to be able to deduct that inventory if you've got excess inventory or for whatever reason you're looking to debt to a charity.
Good advice. Eric, you have a great day. We'll talk to you again, okay?
You too, Terry.
All right, Eric Swatsky, Yo and Yo Accounting. Are you upset with your current planter performance? Are you considering buying a new planter but blown away from sticker shock? With Precision Planting's VSET, V-Drive, and Delta Force, we can retrofit your old planter to outperform any new planter on the market. Then access all your data from planting to harvest easily with Field View. Call PC Ag Solutions today and get your parts ordered, installed, and ready to go for the upcoming growing season. 989-868-4444. PC Ag Solutions. Dairy and cattle producers with input prices at all-time highs, it's now time to get serious about maximizing profits using contract sales and risk management tools. If you'd like more information on that, all you got to do is register for the Ag Profit Strategies Workshop. That's going to be Tuesday, March the 14th at Zender's Restaurant from 9 until 2:30 in the afternoon. For more information, just go to nationalfarmers.com/agprofit. Back at 12:30 with an update. Now we conclude with the playing of our national anthem.
From the Premier Kitchen and Bath Gallery Studios, WSGW, Saginaw.